All
We are
right,
live
seems
now.
like we are live.
Yeah. Okay. We'll wait for some time so that everybody joins.
Yep, of course. So, Krish, the Hrithik Roshan of data science.
Nothing as such. No, no, Hrithik Roshan, nothing.
You got tattoo? I just noticed that.
Hidden tattoo.
Yeah,
So
seems like you
I
also enjoy
made,
that part.
yeah, I made it like when I was just a millennial. So around now I'm quite old enough now. Okay, hello guys. Hi. I think I'm able to see a lot of message now. Okay. So first thing, Hitesh sir, join and like okay, all this kind of announcements will probably make. Okay, so okay, so one more amazing message. Seems like I'm injured in Spain. So Hitesh, I think there are a lot of fan followers for you also, right? From your
Yeah,
series.
really
He's
happy with that.
already he's already a very big YouTuber, right? So if I'll talk about the web developer community, so I don't think that anyone
Yeah,
in
I
India
guess
who is not aware about him.
Krish
I
is also
guess.
on the same vertical as well. Everybody knows him. I told him Hrithik Roshan of data science. So yeah,
So one from data science and one from like a complete web development and mobile app side.
Okay, guys, Hitesh OP is here, Sudhanshu OP is here. So please hit like before we start the session, and probably we'll start taking up your questions, everyone. Now, like when you say Krish of data science, right? Before that, Koi Mil Gaya had come, right? At that time, his mental state was something different.
at that time you were just training your models. Now it is all trained. I hope you don't mind me sipping my iced tea as well.
No, no problem.
And
Okay,
here is my
great.
Red Bull.
Cheers.
You too.
I also have a green tea, so I'll probably not show.
All tea fan. I love that.
No, Red Bull fan is here. So that you just go and probably see in his office, you'll be able to see entire things put up over there. Okay, so perfect. So yes, so finally we have Hitesh with us. Obviously, like the last session, probably many people saw that Hitesh and Sudhanshu were there. At that point of time, I think I was traveling. So, but anyhow, I was seeing the live stream over there. So, yes, so Hitesh, again, welcome. I'm really, really happy that you're finally able to come to my YouTube channel and
Thank you so
probably.
much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes. So amazing. So Hitesh, like for the people who don't know you, probably some of the subscribers may not know you. Rarely. Other than that, you can just give us brief introduction about yourself before we start.
Sure,
No.
absolutely. So, hey there, everyone. My name is Hitesh, and I like to build stuff. So, majorly, what I do is in the side of web dev, a bit of code programming as well, and a lot of mobile development as well. So, of course, all of this becomes a part of each other. And if you want to build an application which is scalable, being used by a million people at least, then you have to be good in bit of data structure as well. You have to host them on AWS and server. So that is where I like to revolve. I started initially with Python, but I rarely touch it now. I'm more into JavaScript domain and web dev and mobile dev and all of that.
Great.
And
So
by
I
the way,
know
I also have a YouTube channel in case you are new here.
I'll provide all the information in the description or probably in the comments. Pin it completely. So one amazing thing, Hitesh, I probably like. I love your background. So I was also talking to Sudhanshu saying that, यार हमारा office कितना फीका लगता है. Like when Hitesh will probably come, we'll definitely take some advice and probably see like how did you probably set up that
I
entire thing.
probably need to come to entirely revamp your studio.
Sure, definitely.
I would
So
love to do that.
Thank you
yes,
so
and
much. Thanks.
from past 2 to 3 years, I'm seeing a video. I always see like, wow, amazing background, amazing setup, and all. Probably we really need to learn a lot of things from you.
Thank you
And
so
probably
much.
whenever you visit Bangalore, it will be amazing. We'll definitely host you up over here and take all the necessary help and
Absolutely, I
plans
would
that
love
we
to.
have for that. Okay.
I'm
Okay,
still
guys.
struggling to go into the 4K mode yet, but yeah, it's there.
Okay. See this one more. I think you like Avengers, right? You can see this.
Yeah, I love it.
Captain
Okay.
America.
Okay, so Hitesh, the agenda will be like mostly to talk about your stack of technologies, probably which you are probably good at, so that if people are probably asking any kind of questions, they can definitely get to know about that, like what may be the roadmap to basically go ahead with it, and probably give an idea about. First of all, we can start with the web development part. Uh, just considering the full stack web development, there will be mon stack and all. So, what do you think? Like, what should be the attach journey, and what should people focus on mostly?
So I think web development is really, really amazing thing to get started because when you work with the core programming, let's just say it is Java, Dart, whatever is your favorite Python, you just build the application which is console friendly. So you don't get like a mindset, I want to put this in front of 1,000 people or 1,000,000 people. So you don't get that kind of a feel. And once you get into the web development, it's a fantastic journey to get started with. I always say learn at least HTML, CSS, and tiny bit of JavaScript in case you are not too much into the web dev. You want to go into data science or something, that's fine. But if you're not able to at least edit like few phone numbers or your email onto your web page, it doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I have learned this HTML JavaScript in my college days, and I've built my own website. But yeah, after that, so I'm not in touch with these things at least. But yeah, so as and when it is required, even in data science, when we have to create a small, simple platform. So yes, I'm
Yeah,
still
but this is like
using it.
basics. It doesn't sound good that you're calling yourself as a data science expert or a data scientist, and you can't write even a web page. Like it doesn't match up with all of the things, all the synergies there. So I would always recommend get started with web dev. This is going to explore you much. And what's more important is it gives you feeling of a bit accomplishment that I have built something that is in front of people. And you also see to learn bit about, oh, this loop is not working, this is lagging my website and all that. So there you get an interest bit about the data structures as well, that I should use it more optimizely, I should do it more optimally. So then it automatically creates a need for you to learn the data structure. And that's how the front end thing at least gets started. Its front end is very fancy these days, it can confuse anybody. But I think your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are always going to be basic. Today React is very fancy, maybe who knows, something else is on the way.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
So one thing like which you are probably talking about experts and all that. I don't think like we should be definitely called experts. Like it's like whatever things comes to us, probably we have to either learn it, do it. That is how we probably face things in the real world industry, right? Like if I take an example of Sudarshu, right? I've seen him playing with multiple technologies. I don't know, like at one point of time, I just been shocked. Like, okay, you know this also. Okay, you can do this also. So this kind of things usually comes. So have you like suppose कल आपको कुछ नया चीज पढ़ना है या नया चीज करना है या like you want to do something new. That at that point of time, how do you just decide it and probably gain that confidence? Okay, I can do this specific thing also like that.
Like there is no
So
escape from it, it is going to happen. If I would have like dropped mingling around with the React from last 2 years, I would say that I don't know even React what today it is. So every single day is a learning journey, you cannot escape it. And obviously today, let's just say Nodejs backend is a bit more popular, but another client come in and says, hey, we want everything in the Golang. You have no idea how Golang sounds or what the framework even name sounds like. So it's a constant journey. So anybody who says that I don't want to learn or something, probably you're in a wrong business itself. It's going to come in. And the fastest and the easy way to this is, I always say, build that shit. So there is no escape from it. You need to build it. Without that, watch 1,000 videos, read 200 documentation. It needs to go out in production. It needs to be there.
Yeah, this is
yes,
how
so
I keep on suggesting in my classes as well as in my recordings that try to build something, and our tagline is let's build together. So that is Oneneuron tagline. Apart from this affordable things, so this is the tagline that we have adopted, that let's build together. And ultimately, you're not going to build something on your own for sure. You
There's a
lose.
nice question as well. I would love to take it. So it says that is the Django course of Oneneuron full and complete from Hitesh sir? So yeah, actually, let me tell you a bit of a story about the Django course, which is there on your platform as well. It's a really nice one. So what happened is, I wanted to build a kind of a platform in a course, like, yeah, there are a lot of Django courses around there, the basics and all of that, but I wanted to build just one project in that course. So it's a funny project about that there are a lot of companies around and there are a lot of YouTubers around. So this is kind of a portfolio website for YouTubers. You can grab all the stats and everything for that YouTuber and ask him for the pricing and everything. Companies can reach out him and ask for a sponsor, that hey, we want to sponsor and everything, and those messages and everything goes into the YouTube. So it's kind of a marketplace of YouTuber that I build that. So it's going to be a fun and fantastic course. I'm pretty sure
I,
everybody's
I
going to join.
I think you're pitching up a startup idea right now
Yeah, I
by
think
creating this thing.
so. I think maybe somebody from the comment section or somebody from the course can take this, because the entire thing is already built. You just have to polish it tiny bit and it's ready to deploy.
Okay, amazing. So let's talk about this thing, Hitesh. Like your courses specifically, I really want to know because I think the quality is quite amazing. So how much
Thank
time do
you.
you probably take to complete one entire course? You know,
Let me walk you through that, how the journey actually begins. The first
yeah.
thing is doing a market research, that what is going to be there in the next 4 months, 5 months, or what is the necessity of market, not what people are asking in the comment, because people always ask for fancy thing which might be good for them, might not be good for them. So I do first that research, and after that starts the curriculum journey. So that takes around like 15-20 days. That you don't want to put all the tough topic at the top, you don't want to put all the tough topic at the bottom. It should be a mix of that. So first that goes in, and after that we start preparing projects, because it's not like I prepare the project live, because otherwise I'll be wasting a lot of students' time. But while preparing the project, we keep a note sheet that where we face the problems and we want to discuss those problems with the student. So once that projects are all recorded and done, like not recorded, being done with ourselves in the code part, then we need to strip them off. So this section will
Hmm.
be recorded in this video, this section. So that takes like the majority of the time, because the flow needs to be perfect there. It should be properly architectured. And then starts the recording process, which takes time, and then starts the editing process, so around 3 months or a bit more.
So
Uh,
editing part is also you're also doing, right? Editing part
I
at least.
never give this control to anybody else. I need to see all the editing. I need it to be perfect. Audio needs to be edited. The video needs to be edited. All needs to be synced. If there is probably a mistake or typo I have done, I need to mark that on the screen and give a pop up to the students. So yeah, it's a
Okay.
overkill. I understand that, but this is what gives me happiness. That yeah, it's a perfect one.
Yeah, so I was just going through your C++ courses, and like because I love programming and all those stuff. So the way you have recorded the entire courses and the way you are trying to present each and every piece of it, that is literally amazing. I have even seen your like AWS courses, a couple of like Docker and Django courses. I have seen a couple of videos because last.
C++ is, I'm super proud on that course. Probably I'll add 1 or 2 videos more, because now recently there was another update in the C++ that the new version is here and 2 things are there. So probably I'll add that very soon. And of course, one thing I absolutely love in the C++ course is the section introduction. So every section, before you start that, there's introduction giving you brief overview that, hey, chill out. It's not nothing to be worried. This is about to come. This might be a little bit tough for you. This might be a little bit easy. So I introduce that.
Yeah,
And
I was
regarding the,
going through your constructor and destructor video.
okay.
That
Uh,
was very good. Yeah.
Hope it was okay
Okay,
for you.
Yeah.
so we have one guy who continuously takes live class. If you don't know Sudhanshu, like he actually takes a lot of live classes. And Hitesh probably, I don't know your experience with respect to live classes, but definitely recorded videos are quite amazing. So what is the thing that you find the differences between probably a live class and recorded videos? I know for live class, you don't have to put that much effort at that point of time, whatever live class you're probably taking for 2 to 3 hours, that may be. So, any experience that you want to share? Probably you have taken live classes somewhere
Yes,
in a
I
setting.
have taken them, but I haven't yet offered them in India yet. Because outside of India, you get like per seat for 200 or $400 around somewhere that. And I don't like to
Mhm.
take like too many students in that. Just 5 students are fine, or 10 students are just fine, and let's focus with them. And I haven't like yet taught to absolute fresher who knows nothing about programming in the live classes. I need somebody who has the basics already there. I cannot tell you that how the loop works in that. It needs to be a bit. So I honestly don't enjoy that much. I enjoy personal teaching. That is my favorite one. I do it very like sometimes only, but it's fun. And videos are like that is my territory. I want to be there. live classes are challenging, very, very challenging.
And the master over here, Sudhanshu Kumar, he actually takes in some of the classes around 1,500 people will be there, and he manages
Goodness.
each and every one. And probably we in Oneneuron had actually started with live classes only, probably, and that was the time where core pandemic was going on,
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody has his own,
Yeah.
technique to handle different things, but
Like
definitely.
I've taken a couple of in-person classes in Europe and everything. They obviously pay good, which it's in euros, so that always comes in as a good one. So I enjoy that, and it's really nice one. But I would definitely try probably another time in the live classes or some topic or something. But yeah, it's really another question. Should I take it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, sure.
Okay. Hi, Tesh. I want to learn web development. What are the prerequisite we should have or how to start from basics? Always get started with HTML, CSS. Don't skip it. Otherwise, you'll regret it. You'll always come back to it even after React, Angular, or whatever. It's not going to take much time. Just a week is enough. If you're focused, you have a dedicated curriculum, just stick to it. If you're learning on your own, then obviously it might take more. But if you have a strict curriculum, go with HTML, CSS, and clear your JavaScript basics as much as you can, event loop and something, because these fancy things, React, Next.js, Nest.js, Express, all are built on top of JavaScript. The more you have control over JavaScript, the easier it's going to be for debugging process, and that is what it takes to a lot of time to build anything. So I guess I've given you a roadmap, mini roadmap.
So probably I have one more question over here. So let
Yeah,
me
sure,
just
throw
take
them
it
in. I
out.
love them.
So the question is how I can access Hitesar course. I have taken 1 year on.
Pretty much. I was actually there in your platform as well. So
Yeah,
you
so
just have to
Hitesar
click
is
the button
also,
and probably you can add a tag for me as well
yeah, we
in the
have already
search
done
field.
that. So yeah.
So
So
we have already mapped the category mapping with the mentors, So
so Chris, if you
Yeah.
can open up, if you can share your screen.
yeah, sure, I will do that. So I'm just going to open Oneneuron.ai.
Yeah, so no need to log in. I think you can go to a course section and filter by Hitesar's name, and I think course will be visible. No, not here. So I think in a course tab itself, because
Course
here,
tab.
so uh, we can just click on this course browse option. Yeah, this one. Anywhere we can click. Yeah.
So here
So I
we
think,
have all the instructors.
and we can
Probably we can
Hitesh,
see
yeah,
Hitesh
from top. I think it's a sixth or seventh. Yeah,
here.
here.
So if you can probably click it, we will be getting all your courses that is available.
Yeah, we
But
can click. I think we have already tagged it. We have already created tagging.
no,
No,
one course is getting displayed. It'll
I
get
think, yeah.
updated. Don't worry.
I love it.
So,
It's in gray t-shirt, so I love it.
yeah, inside a course, Chris, if you can go, so I think from there you can showcase each and everything, because over
There,
there.
like
So
AWS is
see,
there.
I was just checking your AWS course. See this.
So inside
AWS one,
one,
actually, it's a really fun one. I actually used a lot of Adobe XD in that so that I can show them how the entire VPC is created. It took a lot of time, but it was fun.
So here you can see that I've added all your in my favorite collections. See this, all the courses.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.
So yes, this was it. Let me take up
One
another.
I would recommend everybody to watch on the like very first go is AWS. That is probably
Hmm,
one of the top notch and probably the most updated and everything. Like go for AWS. You'll love it and there's no going back after that.
yes. So Hitesh, one more question from here for you.
Sure. Hi, Tesh. I'm new to programming and in BA role for Risk for a BA role for Risk for the last 8 years. I am from non-tech and non-programming background. How can I start my programming journey? I think you can pick up any programming language and get start to feel it, because the initial curve is very, very painful. Whether you pick Python, JavaScript, Java, whatever the language, you can start with any one of them. But you have to spend like 3 months or probably more than that, because the initial concept that we have a loop, we have function, we have classes, this is a little bit, it takes time to adjust. It's not like a magic thing. When we learn playing basketball or football, there are drills. You have to do them. This is like that. And once you're comfortable with that, then probably you can join any live session like this. And once you are there, then anybody can guide you, that you can say that, okay, I'm standing right now in a position where I know Python, or I'm standing at a position where I know JavaScript, or I'm standing at a position where I know Java. One programming language, you gotta do it. There is no escape from it. Once you are there, then probably from there on point, anybody can guide you a little bit better. But you have to take the stance on yourself that, hey, I know this language now, and now tell me what to do.
Amazing. So just let me ask this specific question to you. Like, suppose what in terms of an instructor, right? Whenever you are probably preparing a course, like obviously whenever a course is actually getting created, specifically how much time you are basically taking to create it, what are things also you keep in mind that so many updates are going to come in the future, and how probably you design your curriculum based on that, or you do an announcement, okay, this probably things will also going to come up in the future, like that.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is one of the challenge with the tech courses, that yeah, things are going to get updated, but it's not like everything gets outdated. This is not how it happens. People think that, okay, now React is in functional component, classes component are out. No, it's not like that. Programming never get outdated. There are thousands of projects which needs to be backward compatible, so they truly never get outdated. But sometimes, yes, I agree, breaking changes come in. When I create the courses, I try to write the code in such a generic way that it is going to be backward compatible. I don't use any fancy syntax or fancy thing that is going to break. Surely it sometimes takes a bit longer as a route. Some people call it as, hey, that's not a professional approach. You could have done it simpler. But I know that in the future, it might break the thing. And on top of that, I usually prefer that if the minor updates are there, I push in new content either on YouTube or something. Like the React Router version 6 came in. I pushed almost half an hour video there so everybody can get on the same page. And people who are already learning, they don't get too much of problem. But I don't want to take the name of the website, but there is a famous website where you buy courses for cheap prices. I love that website, no problem at all. But there you will see that once the course is there, that's it. The course keep on getting more videos, the organization is damaged, the course is always updated, so people are not ready to push in new courses. That's where I am not afraid. I'm ready to roll out entirely a new course if the requirement is there. It's not like that I'll be just keep on updating the existing courses using the previous old videos. No, I won't do that.
so probably this is the next question you can answer
Some
in
One
this.
interesting question that I can see. So, hi
Yeah,
Tesh, so wanted to know your views on data science. So you are
yeah,
from
yeah.
yeah.
website, and then what is your view on from data science? Because we are from data science. Yes, we do know a little bit of maybe HTML, CSS, but what is your view?
I actually love data science as well because, see, I am kind of a user of data science. I'm onto the, when you have built all your models, you have tuned it in, then I'm a kind of a guy who will take your algorithm, which is already cooked up for me, and I would love to implement that in a certain cases. For example, let's just say TensorFlow JS or something. I don't need to go too much in depth of it. I know that how this is going to work, how much data I need to fed. It is already all optimized for me. I don't have to worry what internal algorithm you are using. I know my API responses are going to come in and this is going to solve my problem. So that is where I love data science. It has solved so many of amazing problems without becoming a math scientist or a data science scientist into that. I know all these algorithms. I've studied them in my masters, K-nearest and all of that. So I know it. I have studied. I have passed my exams as well, and I have created a course on that as well, so I know basics, but I don't go too much into that. Like deep learning, I'm not my expertise, so I don't touch it. I haven't got yet a need of it to touch it, so that's where I think everybody should know the basics of data science, because the amount of problems you solve with it, that are so amazing. And libraries are available in your favorite languages as well. Just those basics can take you apart in the development role.
Exactly.
Really. So one more amazing question for you. I think now here
Ah,
you have to become biased.
which one is to better get started on future prospect, full stack development or data science? I don't know. Probably if tomorrow data science becomes something like extremely like, yeah, this is where everything will happen, I'll leave the full stack. No problem at all. Or
But
if,
again, at any point of a time, I don't think that full stack is going anywhere, because
nah,
even
it's
if you
not.
check a job market, right? So there
Maximum
are
number of hiring usually happens in full stack development. Probably we
As long as
also
this
like
browser is going to be there, I don't think we are
exactly,
going
yeah, yeah,
anywhere. So
exactly.
data science,
definitely.
I don't think that it's not like that. Hey, I'm going to choose the web development. That means I'm never going to touch the data science. It doesn't work like that. You just need to get started with one, fiddle around with other one as well, and see that where you are enjoying more, where you're seeing more yourself as a comfortable to get started with. It's not this versus that. It's always both. But eventually you'll see that, hey, I'm not enjoying that much with JavaScript. It's a bit finicky as a language. I'm more comfortable with Python and exploring these libraries. So probably you'll go there. Or probably, hey, it's too much of, I don't like these CSV files. They are too big for me. I'm not enjoying there. I don't like this 80/20 training and all of that test rules and all of that. I'm enjoying more in web dev. So it's not like you are saying that, hey, I don't like mangoes because I haven't tasted them once. So I have to pick between mangoes and apple. How can you pick? You have to taste both of them.
The better one thing that I definitely want to say in this point is that just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, if you require full stack development, go into that. Tomorrow, you require machine learning, go into that. You know,
And what
so
if you were hired as a data science, but now there is a need in the company that you have to
yeah.
manage the full stack? So you have to. You cannot say that, hey, here's my resignation. I'm going out.
Yeah.
This is so there is a story behind it. So this is what happens in our company. So there are two guys, Ankit and Visheshwar, and who are like trying to learn a data science, and then finally they had joined our company as a full stack developer, and they were your student.
Ah, awesome. Love that.
So
Yeah, they
See,
only
this
told
is
like
this is one thing I absolutely love about Bangalore. You walk in into any company, you're dropped by any company. There are one or two people who have learned from your courses, and I think that is the best thing that I can ever get.
yeah, they were in Gujarat at that point of a time, so they were just trying to complete their a degree, and then in between, so they won the challenge, one of the hackathon that we have launched, and after that, so yes, as a part of that
I think
challenge,
we
so
hired them in third year, right? So then we hired them in third year
third
only
year
when
itself,
they were in
yes.
third year. So when they were
Awesome.
in third year, at that time only we hired them because they were quite good. Again,
Awesome.
from where from your courses actually it is coming, right? All the
Yeah.
entire derived products.
I'm
Okay.
seeing a lot of companies as well that if somebody in the during the interview process as well says, hey, I'm learning from Hitesh and everything, the entire interview perspective changes. I think I love it.
Yes.
Thank you so much for all the students that, yeah, you have enjoyed my content.
Okay, one personal question, just to like, I definitely like your color of the t-shirt, right? And probably in every video, you'll either wear this t-shirt or have same color jacket as such. So is this like Mark Zuckerberg rule, like same uniform all the time?
No, no, not Mark Zuckerberg ruler. Like I'm not even close to that guy, or I don't like even his products or everything. So definitely
No,
nothing related to Mark Zuckerberg.
no, on uniform, on that dress code that you wear. I was
I,
just
I
asking
look good
about
in
that.
this one, and I like it, so I always wear it.
Similarly, if you see, probably in most of my videos, I wear black t-shirt. Okay, some black t-shirt all the time. Similarly,
Eh,
Sudhanshu, he will be always in one jacket. Inside t-shirt will not be visible. You can see him all the time like that. Only it will be.
Yeah, I don't find like I don't buy it like for gadgets. Yeah, I agree that sometimes I do overspend in them. Like I love to buy cinema camera, this camera from which we are going live. This is expensive one as well. Mic setup, I invest heavily in that. But for the clothes, shoes, cars, not my type. I don't like. I have just one pair of shoes. That's it. One for gym and one for regular. That's it. I have just two jeans. That's it. I don't have. If I'll buy a new one, I'll get this one out of my home. So I don't like to buy that
Nice.
much.
Okay, one question, probably in blockchain. Any view that you want to
Yeah,
probably
it
give
is great to
anybody?
see my favorite YouTubers together. What is your view on Web3 and is it good to jump? First thing I would like to mention and add up here, I would probably quote him a marketing genius of the decade who made it like it as a Web3. It was just a blockchain and somebody called it as Web3 so that it makes as obvious next move. So I think he's a marketing genius. Whoever coined that term, I would love to know that.
Yes.
And again, blockchain is a bit fancy as of now. There are a lot of enthusiasm around it, but there are not enough serious learners about it because the situation is very dicey from the government, from even the community itself. It is growing, definitely. And I'm keeping in check of all the blockchains, how it is being developed, how a lot of platforms are coming in, a lot of centralization happening in the decentralized world, because a few companies are providing you the wallets like MetaMask and stuff. There are only few companies who are providing servers. So how it is a decentralized one when we are already building like AWS in the parallel universe? But I think you should keep an eye. If I would be there, probably your take is different and all the other people watching take is different. If I would be there at my student life at this point, I would be keeping a check on that what's happening in this world, but I wouldn't invest fully into that and making a bet that this is where I'm going to make my career.
Okay, amazing.
So I
So
have a
probably this,
similar kind of a
yeah,
thought
yeah.
on this one. So even I was talking to Chris, and I told him that just wait and watch and go with the flow, but don't try to invest much time over here on a blockchain side. But yeah, so there was a demand from a user, so we have released a blockchain solidity BIP 3.0 NFT courses on this particular platform, Oneneuron, because there was a demand, right? But yeah, so
Yeah,
personally,
demand is
so
high. A lot of enthusiasm demand is high. I don't know how much of the percentage of the serious learners are going to be there with this one. Enthusiasm demand is pretty high.
it's kind of a sentiment driven, you can say, a demand. So
Yeah,
just a sentiment.
a data scientist in you kicking in.
Exactly.
Probably, Hitesh, the another question is, I think for both of you, you can answer both of you. First, we can start with
How to
Hitesh.
start with
After.
AWS? Ah, come on, my AWS course, self promotion. Go start with AWS. It's available on Oneneuron. It's available. Like, go with that. I have spent so much of energy in that. And that is a course which is going to give you not only just a start in AWS or a certification. Surely you will be able to clear the associate certificate with that, the architect one, not the developer one. But the curriculum is both same in the developer and the associate architect as well. But the course is designed in such a way that you not only just prepare for certification, but you actually learn it from the real world. That I want to push my website up there, how to do load balancing on that. So that is what is there in that. So I think start with my course.
Yeah. Sudhanshu, what about you?
So yeah, so AWS, you can just go ahead with the Hitesh course, which is already available. And
Double
so
self promotion, huh?
Yeah. I
so he's
obviously I don't mind promoting. I have invested so much of hard work in that.
yeah.
Even so,
And the way he has created the content, right? Each and every
Yeah.
second of his video, if you are going to watch, right, over a platform, you will for sure you are going to enjoy that one. And yes, just whenever you are trying to do going through a videos, please make sure that you do a practical in
yeah, and
parallel.
also all
Otherwise,
the thing, I would recommend it one more time that when you're watching at least my courses, don't be hesitant in watching the videos two times at least, because the way how I edit my videos, there are no filler content, there is no additional talk that I'm going. It's purely precise the content. So it is so much of the concentrated information that I'm pretty sure that you have missed one or two points that I've added in the video. So don't be hesitant in watching at least two times or three times, even if you are there. Even though you have got it, just go a revision again.
Definitely. But hats off to your amazing quality of content. I'm
Oh,
really
thank you so
impressed.
much.
Really. So I think this question is for Sudhanshu, I guess.
okay, so hi Chris, one year on providing a lot of courses as you committed, and thanks Hitesh joining one year on. So yes, even we are here to thank Hitesh that because of his effort, because of his hard work, so we are able to put up all of these courses. Hitesh was helping us a lot. So day and night he was sitting with us since last 2 or 3 days, right? And finally we are able to make this announcement that his amazing content, precise content, to the point contents are available now on One Neuron platform. So thank you so
See,
much, Hitesh.
one thing that I would like to add here is I've been approached by probably the topmost and the gigantic organization, not in India, but outside as well. But for me, it is very important that I get a synergy between them. The priority should not be marketing. The priority should be student focused and student driven. If you're an organization where you have more marketers than more educators, then you are moving into a different genre. And what I loved about you is that the priority is to serving students, and that aligns with me. So that's why it was a no brainer for me.
Thank you.
So probably Hitesh, just one question. Like, I hope you like the one neuron concept, right? Altogether, like, so the concept that we brought up with, right?
Ah,
I hope you
it's
know
a
that.
yeah, I
Yeah.
know that. And one thing I absolutely love about is I can ask for courses as well. Like I can create a demand that, hey, I'm interested in learning that. And probably you can reserve a resource that, hey, let's build a course around that, or let's bring in some courses from another third party. I think if you stay strict a little bit onto the content quality of which to bring in, which not to bring in, that's gonna go like really, really. And I'm really happy. I would love to contribute further more down the road. But I take my time in building the course. I don't expect me to churn out course every month. I don't do that. I like to make, not to brag, but I love to reach out to the mark of world's number one course and take probably 6 months down the road for building that. So that's what I do.
Yeah, for sure. So you can take your time, and for sure, because at the end of the day, quality is the only thing which matters, and the kind of a learning and practical things that people will be able to get, I think that is going to matter. So the idea behind this Oneneuron was to build a platform where we are not going to serve according to the things that we know. So we are supposed to serve our people the way they want. So that was the idea. That's the reason. So we have included all the hand holdings and live classes plus recorded. Everything is there. So just one stop platform where we are going to fulfill all of your need.
Okay.
Another
Hitesh.
question. Hey, Tesh, when are you coming to Bangalore? That's $1 million question. So I come in and out of Bangalore so quickly because sometimes there are deals. So when I was talking to you, there was another deal going on with another edtech platform, pretty massive one, probably one of the biggest in India. So they flew me up in Bangalore, early morning flight. I was traveling like from 5 o'clock, early morning 5 o'clock flight. Reached there, did the entire meeting, and by 10 o'clock in the night, I was out of Bangalore. So Bangalore journey is like insane. But I've been looking forward now to come there as a vacation so that I can chill out, enjoy, drop in with a lot of offices, probably have an iced tea or Red Bull with you
Yeah,
guys.
please come this time. So we'll chill out together this
So
time.
can we do kind of a meetup or something at your office
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
something?
Yes,
So
yes,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Because I was looking for a space or something because I don't want to do it in a
Yeah, yeah,
park
yeah.
or
Done, done.
something.
So we
No,
have a
no
capacity
space.
of like a 400 plus people. So 400 plus people we can
Awesome.
accommodate in a single place in a same floor itself, right? And me and Chris was planning for the same thing. So sometime we are
Just
thinking of
couple
like
of
a
days back only we started this discussion.
Yeah,
yeah.
so I
Yeah,
think
So
tell me.
me and Krish both there at your office and have a meetup with. I think how about that? I think that should be really awesome.
yeah, and 400 people, right? So that is like a huge number that we can accommodate at a time in our office itself in a single place. So that is going to be awesome.
Yeah, Ashutosh says if he can get iced tea, he'll be in Bangalore. Absolutely, you know me.
Okay, great, amazing. So, just let us know your dates, and probably we can do that in weekends, probably in Saturday or Sundays. Let's see, based on
Yeah,
that, how things
A
like
work
let me
huge
know
out.
you in advance. Like till 6th of March, it's all packed up. But I think March end we can plan it.
sure, we'll do
Definitely,
it.
great. Okay. Any more questions that I will probably take? Mhm. Okay, this one I think probably
Ah,
was missed. It is.
hi Tesh. What about your MERN course? Will it also be available on Oneneuron? Not yet.
Just before that, Sudhanshu will probably
Yeah.
talk you about this course also. Yes.
So I was thinking of asking this questions to you. It is that it would be better because there is a demand, right? And I think we can talk after this meeting, maybe.
Yeah, like actually the library is pretty big and it's growing. Moving it just at one go is not possible. It's going to take a bit of more meetings, and it's a process that goes on. Obviously, we have skipped through the process. We have moved extremely fast in that. We have worked overnight to bring it up and all running. So definitely, it is on the table. We will do something on that, and we probably much more bigger than that. So the plan is there. Don't you worry. We all are working to make sure that students are served at their best and they get the extreme best as possible. So yeah, it's in the discussion.
Okay,
Thank
perfect.
you for considering it.
Absolutely.
Thanks. So, whatever, just this entire discussion got closed within 3 days, right? So that is how probably you
Yeah,
work in
it was
startup, I
speedy. I
guess.
loved that you are actually a true startup. Like the speed that you have put up, Like some companies call them startup. I was talking to this with one senior director of Zomato, and I called him. You call yourself a startup. Your HR have an HR have an HR, and you call yourself a startup. You have stock listed in the market. People are buying your stock, although it is falling. But still, you call yourself a startup.
So you'll be the it's like can't imagine. Like we have to probably work in that speed probably to grow quickly. You know.
Uh,
So
I
this is
am
the
not
next
a
question.
startup. I'm just one guy who makes course. Another question. Hari Krishna. Hi Tesh, how you became the master of multiple technologies? No, I didn't become master as an intention to become master. I started just learning, and whatever the challenges were thrown at, I keep on learning there. And I was just sharing my knowledge. Like I built a website, I wanted to have a backend attached with it. So obviously you have to learn database. Then you need to process your data. So you have to learn like Node.js, Django, or something. Now it is sitting on my desk. It needs to go out there. So obviously you throw up it on the cloud or maybe DigitalOcean or somewhere. Then you need to scale it up as well. So you learn about how the scaling goes in. You get production bugs. So you need to learn Linux as well. You need to learn how the SSL certificate goes in. Then the demand comes, it is, hey, we need app too. So I kept on learning on the app. Then I need to process some data and see that how my forecasting is going on for the sales, how much numbers we can come in, and how much we can grow as a potential, how much we need to invest in it. So you'll have to learn a bit about data science as well. So it's not like I have mastered them intentionally, they were a necessity for me.
Same thing has happened with me. So when I was in SAP, right? So there was a requirement of a big data. So I have learned big data. Then there was a requirement of a data science when I joined another company as a big data engineer. So I have learned data science again inside that. So ML, DL, Vision, then NLP. So gradually it kept on increasing,
Yeah,
and
so
finally,
your
like some
trajectory went into that part. Like obviously you
that
are a
part, yeah.
master of building the drones and everything. I have never touched it. Like yeah, I've flied at a few
Please,
in some
yeah.
part.
So once you will be in office, so we'll give you a like a demo of each and everything. So drone, 3D printing machine, a world class 3D printing machine demo. So each and everything I'm going to give you.
Uh,
We can also make sure that you get a drone pilot license also. So probably
Yeah.
yeah,
me,
that would be
Sudhanshu, we are
awesome.
also good. Me and
Yeah,
Sudhanshu are
that
probably
that
trying
would
to
be
get that.
awesome. That is something interesting.
So we have a drone
Definitely.
pilot. We have a drone pilot in our office, and we have a vendor, right? So through them, so we can get a drone pilot license for anyone. So that is like a pretty much easy for us because we are in that particular like a segment of a business. So yeah.
Yeah, that is
So that
awesome.
one.
I would love to that because I haven't like flied any in an airplane or something, but I have jumped out of one. So it was a balloon in Egypt. So it was a nice view and everything. So yeah, it was fun.
So Hitesh, do you like this name OTT platform for education
Yeah, I think
for
it's
Untitled?
a nice one. I think probably Amazon Prime, not Amazon Prime. They don't provide on demand. Uh,
No one provides. No one makes
No
a
one
movie
knows.
on demand. So no one is
yeah.
going to take your script and then they
Ah,
will
they,
say,
they
okay, fine.
no, they also don't provide. Like there is this Curiosity Stream, pretty nice OTT for documentaries, but they don't also provide on demand. You are one unique kind of it. So let's call you as iNeuron of education.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is another question from Lakhan
Oh,
Kumawat.
we want a course related to communication skills as well from Hitesh sir. I have done just recently a podcast in Hindi at the channel 5 Minutes Engineering. I think there you will be able to get more of my perspective. So I think you should watch that. Again, promotion there for 5 Minutes Engineering.
See there is a part of I need on. So
Yeah.
those who don't know.
So I think entire communication segment was there, and you'll be able to get much more of an elaborate thing that what I have done and what you should think, what's your perspective and mindset should be around. So I think you'll be able to get that more.
Mhm. Okay, there's just one generic question regarding college and the things that we do in the real world industry. So, what do you think? What all things are lagging in college? Specifically, I'm talking about third tier college, So,
See, first I'm a pro college. I still believe there is enough of juice in the colleges. It teaches you still a lot of discipline and interaction and whole bunch of things. So I consider myself as a supporting pillar because the pillars of these institution were about to rupture. They were about to break, and these online education have somehow supported them so that this structure doesn't go. Otherwise, we would have insane amount of like exponential growth in the dropouts in during this time. Somehow online learning, these educations have supported that this didn't happen, and I don't want it to happen. You have no idea that how much bad it can be for India as in general growth. Right now we are a production house of engineer, and we are providing engineers to US and Japan and Australia. And once we are not enough qualified, people are thinking that hey, skill is just enough. But what you don't know is, if you want to work in another country, that company in the another country, they have to justify that why we are bringing talent from outside of India. And during that justification, the degree plays a big role, and your skill should be on the topmost and the highest of the level, so that they can justify that we couldn't find the talent in our country of this potential, that's why we are bringing in them. And if enough of people are going to start dropping out and all of that, it's not going to be good in general for as in India as a growth. We are growing tremendously. What we have seen as the BPO rise, the telephonic conversation, the era, now it's a code era. We'll be writing code for every single goddamn company on the planet.
Sudhanshu, your point? Anything?
Yeah, I completely agree with Hitesh. See, even when I was like live with Hitesh, so he asked me a same exact similar kind of a question, and yeah, so it like he asked me that how this trend is going to be maybe after a couple of years. So I simply said that this trend will be there. So maybe a percentage, maybe ratios are going to change, right? But yes, colleges are important. It teaches you a discipline. It teaches you a particular pattern. At the same point of a time, nowadays, skill set is also important. Maybe somewhere colleges are lagging. Maybe they are not able to provide
They're
a skill.
absolutely lagging in that. Like now,
Exactly.
they should actually put platforms like iNeuron and our platform and all of that as a part of their fees. That this is going to come in as a free resource with you, and we are also going to bring in those teachers and lecturer for guest lectures and all of that. They need to change now. It's high
Exactly.
time.
And the reason is what I see as the reason is a faculty member, right? Because generally what happens is people like me and you who writes a code, who do a development and everything, they don't like teaching. Even when I communicate with my development team, so most of them don't like teaching, but they are very good at development. And a guy who is going to teach in general, right, a faculty member, so they do not have industry experience. So this is a gap. A guy who is supposed to teach, so they are working. Yeah, they are supposed to work for sure. They are supposed to develop, right? But yeah, at the same point of a time, if people like me and you or Hitesh, like everyone is going to teach, and if they are going to get some industry expert on a regular basis, not just as ad hoc,
Yeah,
so for
I,
sure
I
that label can be changed.
and we need to bump up the salaries of the college professor. It needs to be enough
Exactly.
lucrative, as well as like right now, if I want to apply to IIT or something, I need to have the minimum X amount of research paper there. I have only two research paper on my name, and I need to have at least three to get onto a junior position.
Hmm.
And then they says if you have industry experience, then 10 years of industry experience and blah blah that stuff. But sometimes the people who are more enthusiastic, they don't have 10 years of industry experience, they don't write research paper, and you give them what, like 20,000, 25,000, 18,000, even when they are teaching for like 5 years in your college, it's not going to work.
Exactly. So pay scale is one of the biggest factor, right? Because of that, like a developer mindset, people are not able to join, or people who is actually doing a development or maybe doing designing of the entire system. So they're not going to join. And this is where, if
Yeah,
we are going to handle that part, right? So no one is supposed to drop from the colleges. For sure, everyone will love it. Everyone is going to enjoy, and for sure, we will end up getting way better engineers and researchers.
absolutely. Like I saw that one of the guy who was the reason why I came back in India. He's a professor in France in one of the university, tech guy. He's regularly being approached by Cisco that we are doing research and all of that. So he's being paid by Cisco as well. He teach at university. They pay him nicely. Nice. He has a nice bungalow in the prime location in the Paris street, and he owns a BMW there. So having a BM, all of that, these are like, he says, this is what I need at least to survive and all of that, so that I can focus. And his one recommendation letter gets you directly in into the Cisco. We need to have that much of power, that one recommendation letter from the professor can get you directly in iNeuron or Razorpay or whatever
Hmm.
the next big company. So we need that kind of power here.
Yeah,
Okay.
truly agree.
Okay, this show. One question over here.
Another. Hi, Tesher. Can we add projects done by you to our resume if you have coded them out? Absolutely. But if you're just making a fork of my GitHub or just the code, do it. I don't mind it. It's not going to do any good for you. You'll be failing in the interview. But if you're writing them out and everything, my recommendation is add just one tiny more feature, whatever that can be. And feel free to add it. No worries at all. Even ping me up on Instagram or something. I'll reshare that as well.
Great. So this was another one, I think. So yeah, back another person regarding projects.
Hi, Tesher. As you asked Sudhanshu sir, what 3 projects you should recommend for beginners as a big companies in full stack? I have a video planned up for that, so it's going to be a spoiler. But anyways, you can watch that video probably too as well. So the first project as a full stack I recommend is a template. Nothing fancy. You have a template in Bootstrap or something. You just bring it into any tech stack that you like React, Vue, Angular, whatever you like. Just bring that in. That's it. The second project should be somewhat related to e-commerce. And when I say e-commerce, you don't need to build Amazon clone. The idea behind the e-commerce is to have your orders, being able to buy it, have the orders page, being able to process payment as well. That is essential part. The idea behind e-commerce is payment processing. You should be good with that. And the third type of project I would love to see in that, in case you have it, is some kind of a hotel management or something. Because when you build hotel management or something, you play around with a lot of dates, which are a crucial part of building a lot of things. So when you have that dates, when the hotel room is booked, is reserved, you cannot do it. So there's a lot goes on into that. I think these are already very killer projects you can have, and you won't be needing anything. And just host them on any website or something, throw them on DigitalOcean or AWS or something, and I think you are done.
Yeah. So does Hitesh DSA with Java have DSA related projects?
DSA don't have any projects ever, 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 because every project can involve DSA, but DSA cannot involve project. I know this is a controversial statement, but DSA is all about learning how the data structure. Can you build a project around arrays? I guess not. Can you build a project around variables? I guess possible onto extreme edge, but not. So how can you make a project on linked list, or how can you make a project on just bubble sort? You
And
can if you wish.
we are just using it everywhere. So
Yeah,
everywhere, linked list
it's
arrays
everywhere.
everywhere.
So having said the
Application.
DSA project, it's more like a fancy
It's
marketing gimmick.
application. You can just say that application is more on different side wherever you're actually using. I probably think
Everywhere.
like
So
everywhere it is used in terms
Yeah,
of
if your
application.
database have like probably just 200 records or 300 record, you need to start working on how to optimize it.
Yes. Yep. Okay, probably this question is for both of you now. Yes.
Ah, how is data engineer career in India right now as compared to data scientist? I think Sudhanshu has a pro expertise in that.
Yes.
see, career-wise, so you can build a career in full stack data science or data engineering. It depends upon. So don't go with the sentiment. Don't go with the trend, right? Let's suppose if I have an interest on a complete system building side, system designing side, and a complex architecture, right? So an optimization side. So maybe you can try to opt for a data engineering if you are looking for building some sort of a forecasting system, detection system, vision system, NLP based system. And if you have an interest in terms of like algorithm a lot, right? So in that case, go ahead with the data science. If you love UI side, mobile app development side, then in that case, go ahead with the full stack web development side. So it just depends upon the interest that we have. Again, coming to a package side, because everyone is moving towards a data science just because of one reason, because this data science word looks good as compared to a software engineer. Maybe that is the first reason, right? So everyone would love to call themselves as a data scientist. It gives them a feeling that, okay, fine, I'm scientist now. But no, it's like a most of the time we are just working as a developer who just build the algorithm, train the model, and deploy it, right? And yeah, so for sure we try to optimize and solve the different problem. So always go after your interest. And again, package wise, if I'll say, so I believe doesn't matter whether you are into a data science or big data or in web development, everywhere you can get an amazing package. It just depends upon your knowledge and the things that you have developed. So it depends upon your GitHub repository as well, the kind of things that you are going to showcase. So just focus over there, focus on your work, right? Focus on an open source contribution. If you are going to do that, no one can stop you in any field. Forget about this. If I'm just talking about maybe some complete different technology apart from these three, even over there you will be able to build a name and you can get whatever you want. So this is the kind of a market that we are into as of now.
Yeah, I can add a little more to it that if you're looking for either data science or data engineer, get your MySQL to the A game. Because no matter what you'll be doing or where you end up, you will be using tons and tons of MySQL there. A lot of that work, people believe it's all about implementing fancy algorithm, but what I have done in the production, it's mostly optimizing MySQL and getting filtered data all around it. So get your MySQL A game, and then probably you can move in with Danshu and Krish. As I told you, Ritik Roshan of data science, so probably he can help. I'm not gonna leave you now. I'm gonna
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
gonna keep on
So
saying that.
after this like a live, right? So Chris is going to dance in front of everyone.
No, no. So here, do we have any practical course to build the application in which all these multiple technologies will be covered? I think that can be possible, I guess.
So you can pick any of the project given from our side. So whether it's a ML project, whether it's a DL project, whether it's a vision project, whether it's a NLP project, everywhere you will be able to see that we have used a pipeline. So when we are talking about a pipeline, it simply means that we are trying to entertain each and every technology, even from a full stack side, even from your Docker means CI/CD pipeline side means ops side. We are trying to integrate a core technology, let's suppose data engineering side plus data science side. So everything in every project you will be able to see for sure. So you can go and check out maybe a Megatron project, you can go and check out maybe a Wafer project, or maybe you can try to check out like a hand detection project, Cedar machine project. So everywhere, NPR project. So everywhere, everyone will be able to find out the same pattern. So yes, just go and do it. Simple. Don't try to fork your GitHub, as said by Hitesh.
A lot of my like code is not on GitHub actually. A lot of them are like private repositories, ton of
No,
them.
some of them will upload it and then everyone will fork it.
Yeah, that happens. I don't mind it. If you want it, yeah, take it.
Exactly. Yeah,
My,
you can fork it, but at least try to execute it once. And as you have suggested, try to
Uh,
add at least one single feature, maybe a small one.
yeah, even I don't mind if you just change the entire color of the website and say, "Hey, I've done this." I know you have put an effort in that, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
my
at least
all
you are
code is in GitHub. My
at
all
least you
code
are
is in GitHub.
at least they will be able to find out that where to change.
See,
Yeah,
since I uploaded my entire code in GitHub, so I got this award for GitHub itself. Show you this one, GitHub Star Awards.
I need to push it. I want that. Like I have probably what 65, 66 courses, so and each one course is having usually 8, 10 projects, so yeah, I can push some good stuff there.
So one GitHub Copilot had also come right on the day it launched. When I asked the access, they gave me the access. It was so quick, you know,
I had to call my friend
contributing.
that yeah, I need that, so he gave me that.
Okay, probably we are towards the end of the session, guys. Again, Hitesh, it was an amazing opportunity for me to definitely bring you to my channel in front of all my subscribers. Probably you can see how many people are like, continuously asking questions and all. Probably I could
I
pick up
love
only the
this
best.
one. I do
Yeah.
this every Saturday. That's what I love it. Like doing Saturday lives, asking questions, answering that, and this is so fun.
So a quick announcement. Yes, Hitesh, around 23 courses are now available in iNeuron, and probably we are planning to collaborate on more, and that entire discussion will probably happen after this live session, I guess. So, and yes, Hitesh, once you are in Bangalore, probably we can have that entire meetup where we can
Yeah, we
probably
will
call many
plan. We
people.
will we will
Yeah.
plan a meetup so that a lot of people can join in and have a
Mm.
conversation, and probably
Mm.
somebody can bring me iced tea too. So
It'll be available because in our office we provide food and all, everything is for free, so no problem as such for all the employees and all. So they like to work more hard.
I love
It's
that.
like that. Okay, so yes, guys, do definitely check out Hitesh's channel, YouTube channel. I've already put up in the title itself, and I'll also update in the description. Anything, any closure statement that you want to give, Hitesh, before we wind up everything as such?
Expect more. We are working on that, building more. So expect more, but
So
don't
when I
expect
can
it
get your
tomorrow.
yeah, so when I can get it like get your Mon course.
Not just one. There are a few still in the pipeline ones, and
I'll come to that point. So first of all, let
Hitesh, everything will get consumed. Don't worry. From our side, everything will get consumed.
So
Okay,
we need to stop a live stream to discuss that.
Sure. So, okay, guys, this was it from our side. Thank you, Hitesh OP, Sudhanshu OP. I like that OP word, Guys, OP, if I say it, many people will start writing OP over there.
With your
So,
laptop and so much of gaming, OP is obviously there.
so great, guys. This was it from our side. Again, thank you, Hitesh, for joining, giving your valuable time over here, helping all the subscribers, answering so many questions. We'll again see you in another live sessions. Again, we'll have OP has started coming, Hitesh.
Thank you so
So
much.
yes, we will all see you all in the next live session. Anytime we'll again call back Hitesh, and probably when we are doing this entire session over here in our office. So yes, this was it from our side. Thank you one and all. Bye bye. Have a great
thank you
day.
so much. Yeah.
Keep on rocking. Thank you, Hitesh. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thanks.